We're gonna go into the 7 Octoberz fitting room because of COVID. We gotta do it in the backseat.
Finally found my purpose, ending all these cycles and curses. You still feel hopeless till I bloom like a lotus.
Welcome to episode 2 of my new vlog series, The Book of 7. I am 7 Octoberz. I thought the intro was fitting, pun intended. There's been a lot of changes, good and bad, 2021. But I am focusing more on my blessings. But with that said, I do want to be honest in everything I do, including this series. So I'm going to show the good, the bad, and the spooky. On the last episode, I didn't really introduce myself for those who are new to my page. I go by 7 Octoberz. I am a San Diego independent artist. I rap. I sort of sing. I'm a hip hop and horror fan. But I also just love music and movies in general. Those just happen to be my top 2 in those genres. I also run a hip hop and horror podcast and a blog called Nightmare on Sedgwick Avenue. I am also staff and management at Platform Collection. I am also part of the hip hop collective here in San Diego, Spooky Gang. Shout out to Spookies. And amongst other things, I do want to go into directing. That's my next goal in the very near future. So this is kind of like a little practice for me doing these vlog series because I'm doing all the editing, filming, everything. It's on me. So it's good for me to start doing that because that's going to be the next goal. But amongst other things I do, I'm just a creative overall. And you'll get to see that in this series. So let's get into it. So as I mentioned in the last episode, I was dealing with my anxiety. I've been dealing with it most of my life since I was like a little kid. I can't even remember. But this year kind of had like a little wake-up call. And I decided to go to the doctor. I'm not a fan of doctors, but I was like, I gotta go. So earlier this month, June, I decided to go to the doctor, get checked, because I was having like a lot of stomach issues. For me, that's where my anxiety affects me the most. So yeah, I got checked. And here's like the visit. So again, it's really important to take care of your mental health and your health. Sometimes I even forget that. So this year kind of had me pause and take care of that. Health. So I started reading a book called The Power of Now. It's just about living in the now, taking it one day, pretty much that day at a time or that moment at that time. Because as me as an anxious person, I try to think in the future, and sometimes I create negative scenarios that are never going to happen. So this book has really been essential to me. I haven't finished reading it. I'm still reading it in parts. Really dope book. I recommend it. But yeah, just check out this. It's just right next to my bedside where I keep all my collection of like horror stuff and things that I've collected when I traveled, and then The Power of Now is there. So in this next clip, I'm hanging out with my mentor and friend, Octoberz, who also happens to be the founder of Platform Collection, which is where I'm a staff and management here and an artist. And also I'm hanging out with the homie Mike Mackey. Occasionally we'll hang out, bounce ideas off each other, get inspired and motivated. As I mentioned on the last episode, that I was going to my homie and spooky hermano Sham Black's listening party he had for his project D-Day. It's doing great. Congrats to him. Proud of him.
Conversations about your damn world, Aladdin, chicken,
June 7th, I dropped my first Spotify or 7 October Spotify playlist where I want to highlight my favorite local, underground, and occasionally mainstream artists. So I'm going to try to do this every 7th of the month. Check out this cool promo I did for the playlist. As I mentioned, I also work a 9 to 5, so I kind of wanted to show just a little bit of how my cubicle looks. We actually haven't been in the office for like most of last year, but I started going back to the office. It's been super lonely, but I like it, you know, spooky me. But check out my cubicle. It's pretty much just embodies who I am as a hip hop and horror fan. Check it out. Cubicle. It's kind of funny because I call it my room since I don't actually have my own room. So it's all horror, hip hop, music, movies, all that. Spooky. Newspaper clipping. Shout out to Don, facilities manager. Here's the homie. He loves movies too, so he's always hooking me up. There's a show called 2Mex Cinema, hosted by Octoberz and Parker Edison, aka Mr. KPBS. Shout out to him. He has a KPBS podcast, but they both host it, and occasionally I'll go. This is my sister, is a moderator. They're on the show with her, and this is our trip, our drive to 2Mex. We were running late, and we had just gotten off both of our 9 to 5 jobs. So we're rushing there. So you can see us driving there and also walking to the studio. The Tumex Cinema here, Barrio Logan. Millie right there. Nos parqueamos a la chingada. La quita chingada, como dicen aquí. This dude's gonna fucking go, of course. Fucking asshole. Fucking dick. Alright, yeah. We're fucking kind of far, but I mean, we need to walk, I guess. But we're running late. I actually got to be a studio audience. They started doing that. Kill C. Ray, Eddie, OG Hip Hop Eddie, who's also a producer on the show. He said he wanted to have a little bit of audiences in the background, so he had me and Mackie do it on this episode with the legendary Medusa, rapper Medusa. Threw some gems out there, and I was able to be part of the audience in the background, so you get to see me and Mike Mackey right here. And then you'll also see some behind the scenes of the studio. Kind of want to show you guys a little bit of how it looks, so you guys can see that there. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Very exciting to be part of Platform Collection, and getting to do all this is awesome. All right, and this next clip is just me having lunch with my jefa and friend Julie and my coworker Steve. So check out this clip. Having lunch with my coworkers, my boss right here, Julie, Steve.
Hi.
Hey. Showing that clip, I just wanted to touch on the importance of building relationships with people and surrounding yourself by people that inspire you and motivate you. And one of those people in my life is, who happens to be my boss and friend, is Julie. Shout out to her. She's a very inspirational woman, and she also supports everything I'm doing. Even though obviously like that would mean that I would have to leave my 9 to 5, but I've told her about this and she supports that, and I appreciate her for that. But yeah, besides that, I do appreciate everybody that's come across my path this year and who's continued to be here, who I met maybe years back, but it means a lot. You know who you guys are. My birthday was June 15th. I took a week off from work, and while I was out, like I said, I'm a supervisor, so I usually tell my coworkers to approve their time cards when it comes to that day of the week. And obviously I was out, so Steve made a hilarious video. Shout out to Steve, and also shout out to Cindy, my friend and coworker. She sent it to me while I was off. Pretty much, there's a picture of me and Tupac that I put as my I am picture, and he kind of animated it, and just check this out. It's pretty hilarious.
I just wanna elevate. I'm here to inspire mi gente and motivate. I'm just trying to be the positive change.
It's like pretty much like I never left on vacation. But I wanted to touch on impact and influence and legacy. For me, that's the most important part of me that I want to leave behind, whether it's something that I pass on to someone, like maybe inspiring them to follow their dreams or anything like that. So having that, I know for some people it might not mean nothing, but it was kind of cool to know that I have some sort of impact there with my people that I work with. It's pretty dope, but I also want to do that in my life as an artist. Yeah, so pretty dope to share that clip with y'all. And I want to be as transparent and honest with you guys on everything that happens on my daily life. So the week of my vacation, I had to take my mom to the ER this year. It hasn't been the greatest for her health-wise due to work and all this other stuff that I don't want to get too much into detail. But I thought I filmed, and she gave me permission to share this with y'all. So just keep sending positive vibes. She's home. She didn't get hospitalized or anything like that. But she hasn't, like I said, she's been in pain and all this stuff. So it kind of sucks having to see her this way. But I know she's a strong woman. She made me to the woman I am today. So I know she got this, and if you're watching this, actually I'm filming this on her birthday, June 18th. We're just a few days apart. Gemini's here, me, my twin sister, and her, my mom, are Gemini. So happy birthday, Mom. All right, so for my birthday week, I decided to play it safe and just head out to Temecula, which is like 45 minutes away from here. It was a good and bad choice. It was fucking hot out there, but it was cool to see a place that I had really never explored. So we went to like Old Town Temecula that you'll see in the next clip. This dope ice cream shop in Old Town. They do like some zombie apocalypse challenge, which is like, I think like 20 scoops. That shit was crazy. But yeah, and then this first clip right here that you'll see is actually Tupac saying bye Tupac. He started mimicking us. I think when we would leave and say bye Tupac when we leave the house, he just caught on to that and says it. So in this clip you'll kind of catch him, but you can probably hear him in the background right now too. Like always, he wants to be the star of the show. Oh, you're saying bye to me, Tupac? Okay, I'm leaving. Bye. All right, I'm heading out a little bit with my little sister on a mini trip to Temecula for my birthday week. Look at this, pretty dope. Shower. That. Look at that art. What up, Millie? We're at the Paula Casino here in Temecula. And this is Old Town Temecula. We're just walking around. And this is the ice cream shop. Really beautiful out here. It's fucking hot though.
It's super hot.
And we also went to Harveston Lake. It's dope. It was beautiful. The houses there looked like Leave It to Beaver, but it also gave me like an eerie, like Get Out vibes, like Southern style type of shit. It was kind of creepy, but it was really beautiful at the same time. But yeah, check out these clips. All right, and to end my vacation, of course, I had to do something spooky. So for the first time ever, I went on the Ghost and Gravestones tour here in Old Town San Diego. I dragged my little sister Melly along to this, and it was very dope. The tour guide, who was dressed as Wyatt Earp, was very dope. We kind of became the stars of the show because we were the only ones from San Diego, because he went around in the trolley and asked where everybody was from, and we were the only San Diegans. But it was dope getting to learn about our history here, our spooky history and dark history of San Diego. Pioneer Park pretty much is like our own poltergeist story. There's like pretty much people buried in this like park, which is right next to a school. It's just fucking creepy as fuck. And like the city made it believe like it's in memory of these people, but in reality these people were there first and then they built the park. So it's like, again, its own poltergeist. Like there's bodies there. Rest in peace to those people. I don't know how they got away with that. That shit's crazy. I didn't even know about it. But anyways, check out these dope clips of, you know, I've been here. We did like an Old Town field trip when I was a little kid, but so many years ago that I didn't remember some of the stories or the history of it. So it was really dope to be on this tour. Had an amazing time. And also in one of these clips, I'll probably do it like in slow-mo. I'm pretty sure like I caught like some sort of ghost or something, because at first I tried to play it and it sounded like somebody was talking in reverse. And then you see kind of like a shadow, like some gray thing pass by, and then it leaves the frame. So I'll slow it down for y'all, but honestly I think that was a ghost. Yeah, but that was my overall vacation. And yeah, let's go. Of course it's Old Town, so there's like some cumbia vibes going on in there too. Then where do all these people come from? Shit, let's see if I find a good seat up in here.
There'll be plenty extra seats too. Has everybody heard of Wyatt Earp?
If you look, as soon as I zoom into the cemetery, you see something pass by the frame, and also that weird noise. I thought it was the wind, but it doesn't seem like it.
All right, how you guys doing?
If you didn't make the deadline, on that very day, the city trucks lined up here and the headstones were crushed for gravel to pave San Diego streets like Washington Avenue. How could they do that? This was 60 years ago.
To the Whaley House.
World famous Whaley House. June 17th, 2021, I can proudly tell you that is the most haunted house in the United States of America.
I just want to thank everybody again for tuning in to episode 2 of this vlog series. In the next clip, I'll show what to tune in for on the next episode. But please subscribe, follow me on Instagram, on all social media, subscribe to this YouTube channel, like it, comment, all that. It helps a lot. Thank you guys, and hope you guys tune in for the next episode. Thank you. Peace. All right, y'all. So on this next episode of the Book of Seven vlog series, you're going to follow me along the Thought Fest, or the Happiness of Pursuit Festival in Ontario, California. Founder 60 East. Dope performances by Platform Collection's very own The Invisible Ponchos, which
I'm a fierce adversary. When I'm around, things get scary. Being 7 is the name I'm proud to carry.